Hi Aries, welcome to TESA's Tarot. This is my YouTube channel. I do tarot readings. I focus on spiritual guidance, inner growth, inner healing. We look at the energies that are taking place within you at this point in time and we work through those specific energies. If you are a returning subscriber, you are watching phase 3 of my readings and you probably noticed that I am not at home. I'm not in Chicago. I'm in Vegas visiting my grandma and I'm sitting on her patio right now soaking up the sun in the shade. If you are new to my channel, yes, I am stationed in Chicago. That's where I live. That's my home and I am currently in Vegas. So Aries, these readings are going to focus on mid-June, but since we're a little bit past the midpoint of June, it's going to be a little bit more starting on like the summer solstice, which also happens to be a solar eclipse. So there is going to be a solar eclipse in Cancer on the summer solstice, June 20th and the 21st. So this is going to be a reading for June 20th up until the rest of the month. These readings, however, are still timeless, so this could definitely still resonate with you if you watch it a year from now. Now, let's see what else I want to say. I am posting a link down below for a video that you can watch if you want to learn more about the solar eclipse that is happening in Cancer. It's very interesting, it's very significant, it's very prominent. There is actually a ton of interesting, very, very crazy things that are happening in our solar system, energetically speaking, this year, which is like making so many changes happening. So many changes happen. We are really, really mixing and mingling with all of our energies. So these tarot readings have been super, super interesting. But I definitely recommend watching the video that I'm posting the link to down below in the description box. This girl talks about the solar eclipse in Cancer more in depth, whereas I am just going to focus on your tarot reading. Yeah, so with that being said, let's begin, Aries. Your deck is already pre-shuffled and ready to go. I am just going to read the cards one by one, pulling them one at a time. I do typically lay out a full spread before I get started. I'm a little limited on space and I decided to do things a little bit differently so that way I don't see your final outcome and I can just focus on each individual card as they come out before we get to that final outcome, okay? So with that being said, your underlying energy, we have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups, this is Venus in Scorpio, and this talks about lots of different options. So you probably have a lot of different options, a lot of different choices that you are able to make at this point in time. But the choices and the options that you have right now are still very much like a fantasy. Okay, you don't really know the details, you don't know the depth of these choices, you don't know exactly what these choices are going to mean to you, you don't know, you don't have a lot of information on what they are. It's more like a fantasy. It's more kind of like you're just kind of fantasizing, you're dreaming, you're thinking about all the different wonderful things that you want to do in your life. So this is what this card represents. It's kind of like, you know, and Venus is the planet of love and beauty, so it really enhances different ideas, and it like creates like a bubble effect around those ideas to where the ideas that you have feel like they are, you know, exquisite, that they are just like sprinkling in stardust, you know. So this is kind of like, this is your underlying energy. So this is something that you have kind of brewing in your mind right now, is all these different options and things that like you feel like would make you happy if you pursued. Now for your motivation, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and this is a Capricorn card. And whenever a court card shows up, I always like to talk about the major arcana cards, which influence it. So with the Queen of Pentacles, the major arcana cards that we're looking at here is the World card and the Devil. The Queen of Pentacles, something to know about all the queens is they all have the underlying element of water on top of the element of their suit. So this is going to be water and earth. So Queen of Pentacles is going to be compassionate. She's going to be loving and loyal, but she's also not just nurturing, but she's also kind of strict, okay? She understands that in order to create a life for yourself on this earth, in this world, you have to think practically. You have to think with material, in regards to material possessions and in regards to material like acquisition, material development, all of that. So she's very strict in the sense that she's bounded by this like earthly plane of of growth, if that makes sense, okay? Because earth energies are very grounding. They're very much about like what they can touch, what they can see, and this is like their truth. So this is your motivation. So with this being your motivation, like you really want to reach a stable place in your life. You want to have that grounding energy. You want to be this grounding Queen of Pentacles, just like earth person. You want to be financially stable. You want to have your own home. You want to have your own like set of rules. You want to live life by your own terms. You want to be grounded, stable. That's it. Be able to nurture. Okay, so this is your motivation. This is where you're trying to get to. You're trying to figure out how. What you're feeling a bit discouraged by, you have the Six of Wands, and this is Jupiter in Leo. Now, the Six of Wands does talk about victory. It talks about leadership. This is a person who is like a natural born leader, someone who inspires others, just kind of naturally, very charismatic, kind of like enters the crowd and people cheer, things like that. So I feel like there is this part of you, I feel like Aries, you are a natural born leader. You are a natural born leader, but I think that you are doubting your abilities. I think that you're doubting just how significant your impact and your inspiration has on others. And you're doubting your ability to lead others. Because you are motivated to be more grounded. You are thinking about different options and different paths and different paths you can take. But I think that you're feeling a little discouraged because you don't think that you actually have those leadership skills, even though it's already naturally in you and you do. But maybe you're not seeing it. Like maybe it's not being reflected back to you. It's almost like you're such a natural born leader, and it's so natural, and you just inspire and influence the people that are around you already. But because it's not because people don't respond to you in regards to that, and because people don't reflect that back to you, you don't see that it actually exists. That's the best way to explain it. It's almost like you inspire people on like a deeper kind of level. It's like you inspire people maybe to like go find themselves. It's like a different kind of leadership. It's almost like it's like a leadership that allows people to be who they are, if that makes sense. So in your surrounding energy, you have another Leo card. You have the Five of Wands, which is Saturn and Leo. So in your surrounding energy, there's a lot of conflict. So it could be people that you know personally, it could be people at work or friends, or it could just be generally, like maybe on social media, or just generally speaking, the energy that's in your surroundings that you are being affected by is kind of like people not seeing eye to eye, people not being able to agree on things, people fighting each other, drama, conflict, kind of like the state of society, the state of things. And with this being Saturn and Leo, I mean, the planet Saturn is all about government, institutions, social status, work. So this definitely kind of talks about like a breakdown of that, and it could be conflict within those institutions, which is something that we are seeing right now in the world. So this could be very much like a hyper awareness of things that are going on around you and going on in the world, things that you are very much aware of that's affecting you. But it could also, and because it is going on in like a worldwide kind of way, in a global way, of course, it is going to have an effect on people. So it's going to have an effect on your friends, on your colleagues, on the people that are in your immediate surroundings. So you're kind of like seeing the bigger picture of it, and it's like coming down to the local, like conflicts. I had a specific word that I wanted to say, but I couldn't think of it. When it's kind of like the macrocosm, the microcosm. I think you know where I'm getting at, but things kind of like honing, like zooming in and focusing in more into your immediate surroundings. So this is something also that's happening around you that you're paying attention to, and that is affecting you. So in your advice position, you have the King of Pentacles. So you have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So this could be somebody, even though this is in your advice position, like advice from the universe, a lot of that, sometimes advice cards come up as somebody else. A lot of the times the advice position comes up as a person who is in your life, who is in your surroundings, somebody, either a partner, either you're seeing someone, you have a companion that's very grounding, has a very grounding energy, or it's somebody that there is somebody in your life who has this earth energy. This is Taurus, who has this earth energy, who's very grounding, who knows how to like save, he knows how to build from the ground up. He's a family kind of man. So it could be a father figure, it could be anything like that. And they could be trying to kind of like guide you. This person could be trying to give you advice, trying to guide you, trying to kind of like show you the way, because your motivation is to become this Queen of Pentacles, to become this stable, down to earth, like this energy that can take care of herself and take care of the people that are in her life. So this can very much be somebody who's in your surroundings, who's kind of like influencing you, and who is, kind of showing you the way. Okay, it's almost like a mentor, but it could be like a mentor energy, but it could be a partner. Okay, so like even somebody that you're dating, even somebody that you're seeing here and there, or a friend or a father figure or whatever, the different relationships we have in our lives, those people can act within so many different kinds of energies. It could be your lover, but he can also act as like a mentor to you to try to help you. He could be a father figure, but also a mentor. Okay, so the people that we have in our lives can definitely take on different types of energies, and I do kind of see this as a sort of like mentor in a way. But it could also just be, I don't feel this is as like just like this ambiguous force trying to mentor you. I don't see this as an ambiguous force, like the universe is telling you this. Like, I definitely see this more grounding, especially because it is an earth energy. This is the King of Pentacles. This is Taurus. And this is very much stable. This is very much rooted in earth. So I do see it more as a person, like a particular person who's kind of trying to like help you. Well, there you go. Best way to move forward from your worries, you have the Devil. Because I was talking about how the Queen of Pentacles is guided by the Devil in the world, so I'm feeling this Devil in a good way. Because usually the Devil does not represent good things. He usually represents like bondage, feeling stuck, to a situation or to a person, or to like feeling too stuck to the physical plane. But Aries, because you guys are already driven by that fire energy, that wand energy, which is all about inspiration and spirituality and creativity, and that is what lifts you, more grounding energies could be good for you. Because, and like, I know that personally because I'm a Sagittarius and I'm a fire sign, and I literally have no earth in my chart. Everything in my chart is fire, water, and like a little bit of air. I have no earth in my chart. So I already know that I need more grounding earth energy. And I'm seeing in this Devil card, like, the best way to move forward is almost to kind of like to remember that you're on earth. It's almost like to understand and remember that you exist in a physical plane. Like, yeah, you can go do creative things. You can go on like this spiritual awakening or spiritual journey, but this talks more about feeling yourself in earthly existence, seeing like the truth in things, seeing seeing reality for what it is. And reality is not always pretty. It's not always happy. Reality is also ugly, and it's like about not ignoring those different things and really seeing things for what they are. I know that that's kind of a weird thing to accept when we're talking about what's the best way to move forward from your worries. Well, wouldn't this like worry you even more? Wouldn't seeing the truth and the reality in life, in your surroundings, cause even more worry or anxiety? Not necessarily. Not if you accept. Not if you accept that this is part of life. And accept the fact that you have it within you as a person, as a human being on earth, like a physical form on earth, to be part of this, to be part of these physical manifestations that are taking place around you. It's like you're gonna be affected by it either way, whether you know it or not. You can pretend like you're not affected by it, but you are. So it's like getting your hands in the dirt. It's like I feel like it's telling you like it's time to get your hands in the. It's time to like put your hands into the earth. Okay. My computer is a little delayed. It's kind of worrying me. And see, look at this. We have your card next. The best way to move forward in a positive light is you have the Emperor. I really feel like this Devil energy, it sounds a little creepy, but I almost want to be like, get in touch with your inner witch. The Queen of Pentacles, okay. A lot of people don't talk, okay. Some really old school tarot readers and people who really understand tarot, they will tell you the Queen of Pentacles, she's on some pagan shit. She is on some pagan shit. Like, she is a strong woman. This Devil energy, get your hands get your hands in the dirt. I don't know, man. Maybe it's time to, you could find some earthly strength, I keep wanting to say stick your hands in the dirt. I swear to God, that's like the only thing that wants to come out of my mouth is stick your hands in the dirt. Literally. Like, actually. Not metaphorically, literally. Go find some dirt somewhere and put your hands in it. I'm serious. I'm not even kidding you. Emperor. Best way to move forward in a positive light, Emperor. This is your card, Aries. Power. the law, the divine masculine. Okay, Aries, your energy is met. Whether you're female, male, whatever your orientation, whatever your gender, this Aries energy is masculine energy. It's active. It's not passive. It's active. And the Emperor is your card. And the Emperor he's a lawmaker. He does things. He gets things done, and he does the things that he wants to do, and he is led by his inspiration. He's led by his divine masculine. He is guided by Mars, the planet Mars. That's your planet, guys. Mars is in Aries right now. Mars is in its house. Mars is in its zodiac sign. It's in its powerhouse. And you pulling the Emperor, like this is your powerhouse. Stick your hands in the dirt. Okay? Embrace that earth energy. If that's what you have to do to really get that energy of earth, that you are on earth, into your soul, and that's what you gotta do. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with practicing things your own way, practicing religion your own way. Yeah. Okay. Powerhouse. Okay, let's see what your final outcome is. That Emperor card has me all. Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, there you go. Fire on fire. Knight of Wands have the underlying energy of, all knights have the underlying energy of fire on top of the element of their suit, which is fire. Fire on fire. Fury. Mars is in Aries on a planetary level. We're all experiencing Mars in Aries. We're all experiencing Mars in its powerhouse. This is you, the Emperor, Aries. You guys are all about new beginnings. You are like that inspiring life force that gives off into the world. You just got to get your hands dirty a little bit. You got to get your hands dirty. Okay, and that's very symbolic. Even if and when you do go put your hands in the dirt, that's very symbolic towards realizing that you need to work hard. You need to work with the properties of Earth to get to where you want to get to. Things are not just going to be fantasies and la-di-da and, dreaming all the time. It's not always going to be about daydreams. Okay, it's a Knight of Wands, your final outcome. You're going to go do what you got to do. And you're going to go with that inspiration. You're going to go with that fire energy, that Emperor energy, and you're going to go out into the world and you're going to go get what you want to get. Knight of Wands, fire on fire. All right, very cool. Very cool reading, by the way. Very cool reading. I love this Queen of Pentacles. I really do. I love this Queen of Pentacles. And it's so cool that Devil card came up, because I was just like, oh, paganism right there. Whether you practice it or not doesn't matter, okay? All right, Aries, I hope this reading helped. I'll see you guys next time. Stay tuned for July 2020.